outer point of the arc on the vertical plane and not so much, sorry, on the horizontal plane, and not so much on the vertical plane, because we all think about, where's low point? Is it left or right of the golf ball? Well, Barney and I are back, talking driver and impact. Impact is crucial. Barney's got a few ideas. Let's get to it. Barney's decided to sit this one out. He's had a tough weekend down at the beach, so he's going to have a little snooze while I'm chatting. I've just come back from a trip to Costa Navarino. Now, if you've been there, it can be quite penal off the tee. Strike with driver, as I've referenced in a few of my videos before, is absolutely crucial. On the screen, I've got my usual 4 boxes. I've got my attack angle, club path, face angle, and face to path. But then I've added 3 more in. I loathe to do this, but for the purposes of today's video, it's going to be really helpful for us. The spin axis is the bend that we see in the sky to either the right or to the left. If the face to path value is a positive number, we will see a positive spin axis. And it's the wings of the aeroplane. I'm sure you've heard it before, and sorry to turn my derriere to you. If it's a positive spin axis, the axis of the golf ball that is spinning back on itself is pitched to the right, and the ball will then bend away to the right. If the spin axis is negative, then the pitch of the swing, or the pitch of the golf ball rather, is to the left, and it will bend away to the left. Now, depending on the face to path value, if it's positive or negative, as I say, will give us a bend right or bend left. But then the reference point of the contact on the face will then either help straighten the ball up or accentuate the strike. So I'm going to hit one, and I'm going to hit one out the heel with an open club face. So we're going to come in with an open face to the path. So I've got no interest in where my path is pointing, where my face is pointing, other than it needs to be open to my path. And then what I want to do is hit it out the heel side. A lot of information coming at you, but fortunately you can pause it, go back and watch again. If the impact offset is negative, it's towards the heel. If the impact offset is positive, it's towards the toe. And if the impact height is positive, it's high on the face. And if the impact height is negative, it's low on the face. So let's go open face to path, heel strike. Let's see if we've got it in the tank. So we had an open face, hit it out the heel, and we can see that the face to path value was 3. With a driver, because of the loft, we should see a spin axis 4 times that of the face to path. So 3 4s are 12. We should have seen a spin axis of only 20, we should have seen a spin axis of 12, but we saw it at 22.8. And that's because I hit the shot 23 millimeters out of the heel. Now, for every driver, it's different. The more you hit it out the heel, invariably, the more it will accentuate a spin axis to the right. Now what I want to do is have an open face to path and now get the shot more out the toe. Now the relevance of all of this is for you to first of all understand how important the face to path is in relation to your strike. So I'm going to go open face to path again, and I'm going to try and hit it out the toe. Didn't quite get it a long way out the toe. So that was pretty central. So you can see 1 degree open, 1 multiplied by 4, a spin axis of 4. So I hit that out the middle, and I saw a true amount of fade for the swing that I put on it. Going to go again here. Open face to path, more out the toe, Stuart. So that was really long way out the toe. Open face to path at 8 degrees. So we should have seen 4/8, 32, should have seen 32 degrees of positive spin axis. Because I hit it 37 millimeters out of the toe, can you see that that golf ball has gone dead straight? Irrespective of the golf swing, strike is king with driver. Absolutely king. I'm now going to demonstrate the opposite effect. The reason why I started with, obviously, an open face to path is because it's what most golfers battle with. Now, understand, if you're an open face to path guy or girl, and you approach the ball from a stance that you believe that swinging from the inside is the way to fix it, it's garbage. Absolute garbage. Because the more that you swing from the inside with an open face to the path, the more opportunity you have got of applying which part of the golf club to the ball, heel or toe. Heel. The more a golfer would swing outside in, the more chance that the heel will be travelling back towards you and the toe will have a chance, not always, but have a chance of being struck. And so when you get that guy or girl that you play with, that you go, man, he looks like he's coming across the golf ball, wickedly outside in. Doesn't seem to hit much fade though. So you could see that person really with this big over the top move, but if he manages to get it out of the toe, pretty poor attempt that, manages to get it out of the toe, he'll have a chance of offsetting the big slice in the sky that you will see. So the over-the-top swing is something that is there to help, because the more you swing outside in, the more chance you have of getting your golf ball started down the left and not hitting it a long way out to the right. That over-the-top swing saves you. But then as a slicer of the golf ball who's been thought about swinging from the inside, anyway, it's not going to help you. So how do we fix contact with driver? It's tricky. It really is tricky. The best way of going about it is your Dactarian foot spray. It's a simple fix. You spray it on the face and you get the understanding of where your club head is in space. And it's no different to if you're playing tennis, ball bounces at you, and the instructor tells you keep on hitting it too close to the frame. You have to change your perspective on where the club head or racket head is in space to the ball. The good news is our golf ball is not moving. For those heel strikers of you out there, that really, if there was one strike that was never going to win, it was the heel. Simply putting a water bottle on the outside of your golf ball is not going to do it for you. Because what's effectively happening is that your club head is still wanting to travel in this direction. If you purely had a water bottle, and I'll turn the box that way round, which gives you almost the impression of a water bottle, I could still hit from the inside and try and get it out the toe, but the travel of the club is still off in this direction. It might work for a moment, but what you really need to do is get yourself something that's elongated, that gives you some awareness in this portion of the swing that's after the golf ball. Because it's this portion of the golf swing where we have, as golfers, most issue. that the handle wants to go in that direction. And what we're trying to do is get your handle to move more in this direction. Because if the handle is moving more in this direction, you'll really have an opportunity to pull the sweet spot back in this direction, which will give you, obviously, the very best possible chance of getting the ball more out the toe. Get yourself a box and make some swings where you're able to feel that you can get the golf club, and visually down at the bottom, you'll be able to start to see how that club really starts to arc back in. And you'll understand that when the club head is traveling in, if you can get this gap here and this gap here to almost start to feel the same, and all of a sudden you start to appreciate that this is the arc that your club is trying to swing on, all of a sudden your desire to go from the inside that exposes the heel, exposes the open face, will really start to change the way you feel in this portion of the swing, and also change the way that left foot and left hip works. I did a video, and Barney's on the cover of that one, where I've got the wedges and it's up in the top left-hand corner. Do go check that out, because that will really start to change the way your left hip works. And another video about left shoulder. Because the heel strike, as I say, is caused from the handle going forwards. And now, by feeling like the low point, if you like, we see low point in golf swings like this, we should also see a low point or an outer point of the golf swing on this pitch. If we spent more time thinking about the outer point of the arc on the vertical plane, and not so much, on the horizontal plane, and not so much on the vertical plane, because we all think about, where's low point? Is it left or right of the golf ball? But if we thought more about the outer point, arcing in to in, and that's why I wanted to put the ball up here, you can see in, back to in again. I then lower that back down, in, back to in again. It will, without doubt, start to give you a much better understanding of how you can get that contact more out towards the toe as you hit the shot. So that was, I'm a close face to path guy, hit that out the toe, but I had a very neutral face to path. That ball should have gone dead straight. Face to path was 0.7. I hit it 25 millimeters out of the toe, and the ball had 50 degrees of spin axis, which is a bit of a wounded mallard down the left. But that box drill gave me the opportunity to feel like I could get that arc of the golf club swinging back in around to the left. I've done a few videos with a box drill, elevated tee, to give the golfer a real perception of the outside of the circle and how much it should swing in to in. I hope that's given you some food for thought. Big thanks to my sidekick, Barney, giving me the insights on that scoop. It was really, really helpful, Barney. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And that, my friends, is good coaching.